Awesome. I am joined by Eric Loeppky from right here in Steinbach, Manitoba, with just incredible news. A big game over the weekend. The Canadian men's national volleyball team, which you are a part of, just qualified for the Paris Olympics. Just walk us through that qualification process and the big game.
Yeah, so it was a crazy tournament. It was a 7 game tournament in 7 games in 9 days. And so there's 3 pools of 8 dispersed in different locations throughout the world. And then the top two teams from each pool qualified. So 6 teams. And yeah, we got it done. We got it done officially on our last game. So it was pretty crazy. So many different emotions, kind of just flooding to the front there. But yeah,
Well, you just squeaked in with that game. Now, this was a tournament in China, is that right?
yeah, we were in China. Our pool's in China.
So, I mean, there are so many things to unpack here. First off, you're a part of the national team. That's got to feel incredible. Playing in a tournament in China, doing what you love, and then qualifying for the Paris Olympics, something that I'm assuming you've been working at since you were a kid, back when you were playing volleyball right here in the Southeast. Walk us through the emotions of that whole experience in China.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, one, I just didn't know, like, I didn't know what the outcome of the tournament was going to be. It was a pretty tough pool, so we knew we had a shot, but we figured like pretty early on we would have an idea with how we would end up. Once we qualified, it was just kind of like this crazy hit of emotion hit me. I just like remembered, like, as a kid, like I had this crazy dream of, like, I remember telling my parents, like, I want to go to the Olympics as a volleyball player. And I just thought of like all the time spent with my dad and my mom going to games, just like playing in the backyard, teams, tournaments, high school, university, like just everything kind of like felt like all built up to this moment. So yeah, it was super emotional for me to reflect on after. I was just sitting at the end of the court by myself, just like tearing up. It was pretty emotional.
Now, I've known you for a long time, thanks to a mutual friend of ours who you used to play beach with and also play club volleyball with. You must have so many people that you've played with over the years reaching out. What have those conversations been like?
Yeah, it's been cool. I feel like a lot of people like who have been a part of this journey have reached out and connected with me and given congratulations and stuff, and just said it's so cool to see like how you've progressed from being just a little guy from Steinbach to this. So yeah, it's been really cool. I've had so many sweet, kind messages the
Yeah.
last couple days.
Yeah, of course, we've told so many stories with you on Steinbach Online just because you've been playing some pretty high level volleyball for a while now. But I mean, we tell stories about all sorts of awesome athletes, awesome young athletes. Not very many of them, are in or made it to the Olympics to this high standard. So that's got to be pretty hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, there was a point like earlier this summer, so I didn't play the first part of the summer because I was out with an illness. And I was kind of like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to play national team. Like I didn't know if that was going to be in my future anymore, and I was kind of like ready to close the chapter on that. But yeah, things turned out to be different, and now I'm here, and it's crazy, man.
Now, let's talk a little bit about that final game because I understand you did lead Team Canada in points, which is pretty incredible. So you're not exactly, a backbencher, sitting there. You're helping head the way. Just to be a part of that and to be a part of the team like that, that's got to be special.
Yeah, that last game was pretty crazy. I think we were just all so tired. We were all so tired. And we knew we just needed to like kind of muster up one more push. And Mexico it wasn't they would have been like one of the easier opponents of the tournament. Um, but just because how demanding physically and mentally the tournament had been up until that point, it was yeah, it was pretty intense just getting through that. I think we started out intense and we're like, you know what, we just need to have fun. We just need to play, stay loose, and we'll get through this. So yeah, we found our groove, I would say, kind of in the second set, and then just kind of coasted from there.
So I imagine some celebration now with friends and family. You're going to take at least a little bit of time to celebrate?
Yeah, I mean, I got in last night. I landed my 25-hour travel day at 11 p.m. and I'm flying out back to Italy in 2 days with my family. So to start that pro season again. So yeah, a little bit of celebrating, but seems like
Oh, that's right. You're playing pro in Italy these days.
yeah,
Just all over the place, eh?
yeah.
Well, that's super fun. That's super fun. You got to keep it going. Now, obviously, you need to start the pro season, but what does the preparation for Paris look like?
Yeah, so we'll all kind of go all over the world to do our pro seasons, and then we'll reconnect back in Gatineau. It's the kind of borders Ottawa, just across the river.
Yeah.
That's where the training center is. So we'll all regroup there in May, and then gear up for the games in end of July, early August.
All right. Well, it's a long, hard journey, and you've earned it. Congratulations, Eric.
Thanks, Kenton. Appreciate it.